I noticed before I came to the floor, I heard the strong support of the Paying a Fair Share Act. It's been called, I believe, the Buffett Rule. The Buffett Rule is a common sense bill. It ensures that taxpayers at the top of the economic ladder pay at least the same tax rate that paid by hardworking, middle-class families in my state of Vermont or all other states. No longer should handsomely compensated CEOs or those who live off trust funds pay a lower effective tax rate than the people who work for them. In fact, I think it's remarkable and regrettable that such a principle of tax fairness should evoke controversy. It's more regrettable still that opponents have erected a supermajority barrier in an effort to prevent even a debate on this straightforward principle. We don't either debate to say the wealthiest will pay at least the same rate of taxes as hardworking middle America, vote for it or vote against it. You want to say you want to vote to protect the wealthiest America, fine, then stand up and vote that way. Or vote to protect hardworking American families. But when you try to filibuster, what you're doing, you're voting maybe. You're voting maybe. Let's have the courage. Vote for the millionaires and protect them from any kind of a tax like ordinary Americans pay, or vote for ordinary Americans and say that everybody will pay the same kind of tax. Vote one way or the other, but don't duck it by having a filibuster where you can say, well, I looked at it and I voted maybe. We're not elected to vote maybe. We really aren't. I'm pleased to join Senator Whitehouse and others to co-sponsor the bill. Calls for a minimum 30% income tax rate for taxpayers with adjusted gross incomes above $1 million. Says they're going to pay at least a tax rate paid by middle-class families. It also reduced the deficit by $47 billion over the next decade. Now, hardworking Vermont families and small businesses are struggling to make ends meet in a difficult economy. But tax fairness is continuing to erode, benefiting the wealthiest 1% at the expense of the rest of the country. Right now, a very large proportion of millionaires pay a smaller percentage of income than do a larger share of moderate income taxpayers. In fact, Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest people in the world, noted in a New York Times op-ed article last year, he paid taxes on only 17.4% of his taxable income. As a lower percentage is paid by any of his 20 employees, they paid from 33 to 41% of their income. In fact, the nonpartisan Congressional Research Service studied these claims. They confirmed Mr. Buffett's assertion that a large portion of millionaires pay a smaller percentage of their income than average working Americans and Vermonters do. So let's end the loopholes. Tax day is upon us. Let's stand up and say we're going to end the loopholes. We're going to end these special provisions, allow some of the wealthiest to pay less than hardworking Americans. So, Mr. President, it's simply a matter of fairness. But again, let's vote yes or no. If you want to vote to protect the millionaires, then fine, vote no. If you want to say have it fair, then vote yes, but vote. Having a filibuster means you vote maybe. None of us got elected or paid to vote maybe.